well, let's try to do something different.
So last Sunday I was all set to go see Red 1. But I woke up feeling like crap, and I parked my butt on the couch and decided to watch whatever Netflix had as their #1 streaming movie for the day. Now, to my shock, it was something called Hot Frosty. Checking out the plot summary led me to one horrific conclusion. This is Netflix's version of a Hallmark Christmas story. Now, I've never seen a Hallmark movie, but I think everyone alive is familiar with the premise. Some small-town girl or guy falls in love with someone unexpected. It seems like there are about a dozen of these churned out each year. And frankly, I've never had an interest in them. Mostly because they just seem silly. But since I wasn't feeling like getting off the couch, and kind of wanted to see what the fuss was all about, I figured, what the hell? So what do we have here? Is Hot Frosty worth the time to watch? Or is it just some corny nonsense? Well, before we answer that, let's talk a little bit about the plot to the movie Hot Frosty.
Let's talk.
So here we find Kathy Barrett. She's the owner and operator of Kathy's Diner downtown. She's a widow. Her husband was a handyman, but he died of cancer. So now her heat is out, the roof leaks, and the staircase is broken. Arriving at work one day, Kathy sees a snow sculpture competition in town. She brings her friends Leo and Mel at the nearby clothing shop lunch. They give her a red winter scarf to encourage her to seek happiness as she struggles to move on from the recent death. Now, on her way home, Kathy stops to admire the snowman, placing the scarf on the muscular one, and then she takes a photo. As Kathy walks away, the sculptured snowman magically comes to life, because of course he does. Now Kathy must do what she can to protect the snowman, who she names Jack, from an overzealous sheriff who is suspicious of strangers, and also do her best to control her growing feelings for him. So what works in this film? Well, Lacey Chabert, she plays Kathy. She's fine in this role. I remember her from Party of Five back in the day. I haven't seen her really much since then. I looked her up. Apparently she's been making Hallmark Christmas movies for about a decade. She's been about 15 of them or more. I don't know, but a lot. So she knows how to play a role like this. The broken woman who gives love one more chance. Craig Robinson of The Office fame is funny in the role of the sheriff, playing him in that Craig Robinson kind of way. The best part of the movie, however, is Dustin Milligan. He plays Jack. Now, he's best known as playing Ted from Schitt's Creek. Jack is the fish-out-of-water character, and Milligan plays him up well. He's funny and brings a ton of energy without being over the top. And the dude is absolutely ripped, which I'm sure appeals to the target audience. What doesn't work here is, well, this isn't exactly Shakespeare. You pretty much know exactly where you're going to get from this film. You know exactly what's going to happen. It's your formulaic Hallmark-like Christmas movie. It's not exactly a spoiler to say it's going to have a happy ending. Yeah, so the story is kind of silly at times, near cringe level.
Mom, cringe.
But you know what? I've seen worse films this year. Yeah, it's cheap, it's silly, and it kind of has a ridiculous premise that some people will mistake for terribleness. But it's very charming and whimsical. It knows what it's doing, and it's doing it on purpose. Somehow it actually kind of works. It's the kind of film that knows exactly what it wants to be and doesn't try to be anything more than that. And it really helps that you can tell the entire cast has really bought into this. I'm not telling you have to watch this, but, for you guys out there, if your lady's into these movies and she's kind of been pushing you to watch a Hallmark-like Christmas movie, this is one that you could actually sit down and watch with her and get some enjoyment out of. Or, if you're like me and you're sitting on the couch sick one afternoon, there are worse ways to spend 90 minutes.
Why not?
Well, that is all I have for you today. So tune in next week where I give you my thoughts and feelings on whatever I've seen. Hopefully I'll be ready to get out of the house. In the meantime, click that like button, subscribe, leave a comment, share this video with friends and enemies alike, and as always, thank you for giving me your valuable time, and I'll see you next week. Take care.